What's going on, fight fans? This is D, and welcome back to the Standing 8 Count Fighting channel. As reported this morning, news coming out of the UFC, the middleweight title fight between Michael Bisping and George St. Pierre has been canceled. I believe it was canceled mainly because George St. Pierre is saying it's going to take him a while before he's ready to even compete, and Dana White and the UFC felt that the middleweight title shouldn't be held up for that long. So instead of Michael Bisping fighting GSP, they put in Yoel Romero, number one contender for the middleweight title. He's getting his well-deserved title fight against Michael Bisping. For a while now, Bisping seemingly was avoiding him, doing a lot of talking, kind of bringing up the whole steroid accusation thing, where he did in fact get popped for steroids, but I believe they recanted the suspension because of some technicality. I think something was tainted, whether it was meat or supplement, I don't know for sure, but now we have the fight that most fight fans feel is justified. I truly believe that Yoel Romero will defeat Michael Bisping emphatically. I mean, Michael Bisping, yeah, he's champion. He got to defend his title once against Dan Henderson after defeating Luke Rockhold by surprising and stunning knockout. Even that fight with Luke, I feel Luke really underestimated Michael Bisping. Not to take anything away from Bisping, but Luke really, the shot he got caught with was him pretty much with his hands down, not taking care of any kind of defense. He just let Michael Bisping land the perfect shot on him, and that was all she wrote. But Yoel Romero, he's one of those fighters I like because he's very explosive, but his explosions come out of nowhere. When he fought Lyoto Machida, he exploded on him and caught Lyoto out of nowhere, knocked him down, and then ultimately ground and pounded him to a finish. He did the same thing against Chris Weidman. It was pretty evenly matched. I mean, you can see slowly Yoel Romero was out wrestling him and taking control of the fight, but that flying knee he landed came out of nowhere to take out Chris Weidman. He did the same thing to Tim Kennedy, where he was pretty much down and out, where Tim Kennedy had him pretty much out entering the third round. Then he just exploded to take the victory and knock out Tim Kennedy. So Yoel Romero, he seemingly had stamina issues in the past, but as of late he's been conserving his energy while still having a good control of how the fight's going until he decides to unleash and take his opponent out. So I don't think Bisping, with his age, the wear and tear he's gone through, is going to be able to handle Yoel Romero at all. So I'm predicting a second round knockout in that fight, making Yoel Romero the new UFC middleweight champion. And at that point, I mean, Yoel will have a lot of opponents that he will need to defend against. He'll have to, defend against Luke Rockhold. He has Whitaker to contend with now. He's the young upstart who is now, in the title mix after he knocked out Jacare Souza. He also has, what's in the middleweight division right now? He could still fight Jacare again in a rematch because that fight was really close the first time they battled. He can also fight Chris Weidman again. I mean, there's a pretty substantial list at middleweight where he could defend the title once he does defeat Bisping. But let me know what you think about the recent news about the GSP fight with Bisping being canceled and Yoel Romero finally getting a title shot. Please like, favorite, and subscribe this video, and you guys have a great day.